here another Thursday to discuss the state of the housing market. As always, we have our agenda. For intended purposes, we have basically three main items to talk about today. One is our typical market by the numbers, interest rate updates, what you can get for your money. That is critical. It was critical before, but now it's more because in this changing market, it is important to know what you can get at different price points. And lastly, we're going to do our ad that is Opportunity Knocks. So let's start discussing the housing market, Martin.
Sure.
Are you okay?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's go for it. So the market kind of plateau. We was expected to start coming down, and we are seeing some more homes coming on the market. And it's not because they are coming on the market. Maybe I have to correct that. It's not that they are coming on the market. It means that they are accumulating on the market. And that is tied with the days on the market. So for Orange County today, and I have been following and tracking up and down what is happening. So some homes went into escrow, some homes were added. So my last number was 3,639 homes available for sale in Orange County. So that is only 14 homes more than last week. While for Riverside County, it's a different situation. For Riverside County, we have over 6,500 homes, and they added since the last week 138 homes. In LA, we have closer to 11,000 homes, and about 111 homes added to the market. So if we go town by town, the ones that we track in our community, we can see that the inventory is slightly increased in the city of Irvine just for 8 homes. So we are not talking about a significant increase. The numbers are not there. However, the city of Tustin have a reduction of 8 homes. So other cities that we are seeing stable, Anaheim Hills, Coro de Casa, Laguna Hills, where Nelly Ranch is, Laguna Niguel, closer to the coast, North Tustin also, are keeping the same number. Even your Valinda, that has been kind of like going up a little bit and coming down a little bit. However, the city that gained more, the ones that we track, is Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach get 8 homes on the market. So that's a big increase. So, but overall, the numbers are being very flat. And we may see this because, as mentioned before, we are seeing the homes accumulated on the market. So the reason is interest rates. And Martin is going to talk about a little bit in a minute how that is interacting with the market. As of today, the average days on the market is 90 days plus. Of course, different price ranges, different time for on the market. But remember, in 2007, when people was a real buyer's market, that was for more than 400 days on the market. Today, we can say that is a balanced market. Doesn't favor the sellers, doesn't favor the buyers. We are seeing price reductions in the different cities. We're going to do it today what you can get for your money. We include the city of Irvine, and the properties that we review that is an entry level, we saw like 50% of the homes have some type of price reductions. So we are seeing that, and this is adjusting. And the reason why it's adjusting because the increase on the rates have been very, very fast. The survey that every Thursday Freddie Mac releases, the interest rates were at 6.94 with close to a 1 point discount point for the origination of the loan, and last week was 6.92. However, the rates as a whole, they touch 7.375 today, so closer to the 7.5%. Where we were at the beginning of the year, we were at 3.25. By mid-March, we were at 4%. Now we're talking about close to 7.5%. And Martin can talk a little bit more on how this is playing.
So the overall how things are playing out on the market is very unique. So the thing about it is that if I hear another TV host talk about the interest rates and the inflation, there's a lot of things going on, honestly, and there are some political undertones to that. And bottom line is interest rates are definitely increasing. They want to slow down, the increase in prices. Two, they want to, and one of the biggest components of the inflation is housing. And housing does have a big number. They want to slow it down. So the thing about it is you see those affordability as interest rates increases, the affordability stagnates or comes down a bit. Mostly comes down to depending on what price point you're looking at. Just think about it this way. The lowest hanging fruit, the lowest price points will always move and have a high demand. The higher price points tend to last longer in the market, be a little bit more difficult to do. So back to what I initiated is everybody has an opinion. Everybody seems to think, and it all depends on the point that you're trying to make. For us, housing affordability is if you could own a home and you could get into a home. It doesn't matter if it's at 3 or at 7. The reason is that you're going to be in a home, you're going to have a roof over your head, and you're going to be buying down, getting some equity. Interest rates in the long haul, as we talk with different lenders, the expectation is that they're going to bring them back down. Is it in a year, 2 years? But they're going to bring them down. The thing about the inventory and what's pushing some of the prices is people got greedy and they were asking an absorbent amount of money. And in March, we would put several offers, 200, 300 above asking, and they were taking them. Today, there's not a lot of 200, 300, so people's expectations has come down to normal, and we don't see above asking. However, affordability has been a little bit more difficult, and the reason it makes it difficult is because you could easily qualify for $1 million loan at 3.5 with a 7% interest rate. The $1 million is a little bit harder to achieve. You can still do it, but it's a little bit more difficult. So the moral of the story and what I'm about to say is that if you're able to lock in at 7, you could buy your home, and then you could have some affordability. As it comes into 8 and 9, if it does, it's going to be able to afford a smaller home, a smaller loan amount. The case that we always talk about is have a roof over your head that you could always call home. You call it your own. And if you are able to, we're here to help. If you cannot, and you need to save money, this is the time to save. This is the time to get ready. The market changes like that sometimes. Look at what happened in March and look at what's happening now. It's taken a few months, but the thing is that the market changed. And the same thing happened. In 2021, we had a 20 to 25% appreciation. Then it slowed down, not because of the interest rates. It slowed down a little bit, and then it picked up exponentially. So the thing about it is always be ready. Work on your FICO scores. Work on your savings. Work on the different programs. For those of you that are ready and want to get into a home, give us a call. Or talk to your local realtor. But the thing about it is, give us a call. We have different programs. Depends on the lender. We have lenders that have specific programs for special specialties. For example, nurses, doctors, and so on and so forth. Believe it or not, they are very good programs. There are also programs for first-time buyers. Believe it or not. And some of those first-time buyer programs are even in the 6s. So the thing about it is that there are programs for different things. And right now, because the demand is a little bit lower, for those of you who are getting your feet wet and getting into the market, it may be a good opportunity, because when the interest rates were back in March, those first-time buyers were basically it was a stampede. You would just be walked right over by the people with a higher down payment, cash buyers, and so on and so forth. I was looking at a couple of things year after year. There was another report that we looked at. What is the effect on the investor buying to the cash buyer? You know what? It hasn't really changed nationwide. First-time buyers are still, there's no decrease year over year. The cash buyers, actually, the cash buyers have increased a little bit more, believe it or not, nationwide. And then on the investors have toned it down just a bit, a tad. And the thing about it, think about it this way. Investors what are they looking for? They're looking to buy it and turn around and sell it. So they're kind of calming down a little bit, looking for a more opportunity. But the thing about it, there is opportunity for you if you are ready. We have different programs. We just heard that if you're looking for a new home, give us a call. Believe it or not, we have a program that we don't, because we're not lenders, but we have contacts with some of the lenders. They will lock your rate for 720 days on a new home. So therefore, get it built, get whatever you need to do. And we could definitely hook you up with some of the lenders. And that's pretty much what I could talk about at the moment. Laura, anything you want to add?
Yes, I want to add a couple of things about on the seller side. Of course, we came from this hyper accelerated, unhealthy market where prices were appreciated, especially here in Orange County, at the insane way. That wasn't sustainable over time because there is basically no salary that can support those price increases. We didn't even know where the cash was coming from because we have even buyers beat out in Lake Arrowhead that is basically a vacation place. We had a cash buyer, and they were beat out by other cash buyers, and they were selling $150,000, $200,000 above the asking price. But it was crazy because that was January, February. There were about 23 homes. Today in Lake Arrowhead, there are 121 homes on the market. Some homes stay there because the seller's expectations were here. And reality is that not everybody could afford to buy at those prices. So homes keep accumulating. Of course, Lake Arrowhead is a totally different market than Irvine, Tustin, Laguna, Newport Beach. The numbers on Newport Beach keep decreasing. So we know people who are affluent, it doesn't matter what type of market it is. They're going to buy. It doesn't matter if the rates are 2%, 3%, 7%, because first, they are not the ones who take the 30-year fix. They are entrepreneurs. They are professionals with high salaries, CEOs. So they know that they may pay off the house in 5 years. So they don't need those type of loans, or they will refinance, or they move. So we see the activity. The high end is taking longer to sell too, because of course we know that recession is. The media is talking about the recession in the housing market. But if the Fed keeps accelerating as they keep changing their numbers, they keep accelerating the increase in the interest rates, the construction of a home itself and the resale generates a lot of employment. You think what happened when the Great Recession hit and the construction stopped, affecting more than the construction workers, affecting from interior designers, from Home Depot, Lowe's, gardeners, name it, almost everything. So it's a pillar of the economy. So this cannot go. When Martin was talking about that the interest rates may decrease at one point, they will decrease at one point. We're pretty sure, and it happened historically. But reality is all the circumstances have to change, because one of the things that we're still seeing, we're talking about 3,600 homes in Orange County, but it should be much more than that. Nationwide, at this time of the year, they should be about 1.5 million homes. They are about 1.4 million homes. So there is a shortage of homes in the rental market. There is shortage of homes on the resale market, and the builders have also accelerated the building of the new homes. So we see in Irvine, Portola Springs keep building, Orchard Hills keep building, so Toll Brothers keep building in the Lake Forest area. So slowly but surely they will know, because they know that the demand will follow at one point. This is not forever. This will change. That's why if you are a seller who is looking to buy another house, if you are downsizing, maybe you can cash out and go and buy cash, because you have so much equity on your home that you may not need a loan anymore. So what is the advantage? Well, the prices are getting adjusted a little bit here and a little bit there. Depending on the area, you're going to see that the price adjustments are higher. Or greater, I would say. In other areas, it's not so much, like Irvine. We don't see it. Well, I was talking to one of our neighbors today, and he was like, there is no houses on the market right now in Irvine. It's like in our track, and it's like, no, there is one that we're waiting for the closing, that they started for a floor plan that was sold by the builder. I can recall 700,000 for the Cantora, 700, something like 700, 800,000, about that price was sold. I couldn't remember the exact number that they were selling. $800,000. When the Great Recession hit, the resale of those homes were in the 600. So now it's on. They put a 1.975, and it's a house not even have a driveway. But this is a new thing. You go around the Great Park, the Great Park also is building. Go around while the new no driveway is a new thing here, because everybody, even in Inland Empire, is getting like denser and denser and denser, because the cost of land is very, first, expensive, second, scarce, or put it in the order that you like. So, bottom line, well, this house is, I thought, how they're going to sell it with no driveway? It's nice, no backyard. And eventually they took a hit, $50,000 from the $1,975,000. They took it to $1,095,000, and then eventually went into escrow. So homes keep selling slowly but surely, because there is something that people need. They need a home, and if they have to pay $6,000, kind of the price enterprise for that home in rental, that they know that $72,000 in 1 year they will flash it basically. So they say 2 years, 3 years, multiply that, $210,000. So if the market goes down, if they keep renting, they will flash. And what landlords are doing in today's environment, they are increasing their rents like crazy, especially in single family homes and condominiums, except the city of Santa Ana here in Orange County, where they don't have a restriction unless it's an LLC. There are all the caveats. I try to put my caveats there. So they are increasing the rates as they like. So bottom line, if you are a seller and you are thinking of moving up, yeah, this is going to be a pain. You have a 3% rate, yeah, but prices are still high, and you may be negotiating, depending on the area, a lower price. So there is always a give and take. Those sellers in March, was it crazy? Where do you think to take a contingent buy? A contingent buyer was someone who was selling their home. Nobody will take your offer. No one will consider your offer, because they have offered $200,000, $300,000 above the asking price here in Orange County. And it's like, I am talking about the million up, and so, and sometimes not even the million up. Sometimes it was even crazier for lower prices below the million. I didn't know where the paperwork. I can repeat myself, where the money were getting from. So do you want to add something, Martin, to wrap it up on that thing? So, but if you are a seller thinking of selling, get your home ready, prepare it, paint, do the repairs. This is the market where the buyers, most likely, they will not have the extra penny to do the projects. So before they say, I sell it like that was March, whatever, they would say whatever. People want to one house and they put an offer. Now, no, they have time to come back to the house, go to another house, come back to the house, come back to the house, 2, 3, 4 visits until they make sure that this is the house for them. So the house has to be nice and inviting, no projects left behind, I would say, because you have to entice those buyers. So, and as Martin said, for the buyer side, and even the sellers are starting, not only reducing the price, and they're offering benefits like, okay, I will buy down the rate, I give you that money for buying down the rate. So there are things and there are programs that they can help to the buyers. So, and for the seller, the prices here in Southern California, we always clarify, Southern California, Orange County is unique because employment is high. So for the prices to come with, some people say like 30%, 40% is like, what are you talking about? We don't have the inventory for that to happen. There is nobody rushing to sell in today's market. We always say, Martin's put it as birth, marriage, or divorce and death. Those are basically the motivator of people moving up or moving down or selling, or they are selling for them. So Martin.
Well, one of the things about it is, let's just clarify a couple of things. The market has stagnated a little bit, but it doesn't mean that the market is falling. And the reason for it is because the interest rates are so high that from 3 to 7, and that's why. So back to recap. If you're selling, make it ready. There are options. There's not a lot of options, but there are options. And secondly is buyers. If you find a home that you like it, don't expect the one across the street may come on the market. And the reason for what Laura is talking about, the differences between what it was then to what it is today, is that maybe the neighbor across the street has an interest rate of 2.5%, 3.5%. So they're not being forced to sell. They only if they're becoming empty nesters, they're moving up, they are job relo, they find a brand new home, or they themselves are moving into a different area. So there is not a pressure to sell that I must sell. So that is the only thing I could add for now.
Yes.
Anything you want to add?
No, I want to switch a little bit to what you can get for your money. This week we come down a little bit because we know that affordability is an issue. So due to the high interest rates that we are going through. So I try to find homes between $590,000 to $630,000 in Irvine, going South Laguna Hills, and Orange, going in more Central County, to see how many 2-bedroom homes I could find that they may work. So I found 11 homes, like half of them have already some type of price reduction. The one that I think is the kind of the more affordable one is the one in Laguna Hills. This is a very cute condo, remodel and everything. I'm sure the sellers put a lot of money into it. A attached condo with a carport, 1,100 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1984. Association is on the high end, 368, and has another quarterly association. So that is one option for first-time buyers. Of course, the payment is going to be higher than it was in March. So be ready. So I moved to Orange for $599. Again, an attached condo with 1 car attached garage. So that's an upgrade. About 1,100 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath again, built in 1996. So we're talking about something relatively new. HOA, $298. Now we came to our beloved Irvine. So there were a few homes, but I picked the one that I consider because of I like the area. This is in Northwood. We know the community too. We have sold homes there. It's an attached condo with a carport, about 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1986. With a $300 association and no Melrose. So these are the options for someone looking for 2 bedrooms. You are not going to find a lot of options. As I said, in these 3 cities, there are only 11 2-bedroom homes. There are a few there are other ones that they were 1 bedroom, and I think there was one that it was 3 bedrooms, between the price range between $590 and $630. So this kind of aligns to what we are talking about, that the inventory and the number of homes on the market is not there. It's not a market where people can go and say, oh, I'm going to submit a 30% below asking, because it will not fly. You know, if the sellers are so desperate, they will price it 30% down. And you know who are the first one? Who are the first one? We sold lots of short sales and foreclosures in the Great Recession. the first one to come are investors. Those are the ones, because there are people sitting in cash right now, and they're waiting to see. And we have clients that miss opportunities because they thought the market was coming down. And even if it comes down now, it will not go back to 2010. I was checking today the numbers and comparing certain communities to 2019 levels and 2020, 2021. And the last 2 years have been insanely accelerated regarding appreciation. I'm going to give you that. And that's why a lot of buyers couldn't really afford the house anymore, even at the lower interest rate, because we didn't have what? We didn't have inventory of homes. So if you are a seller, there are opportunities out there, whatever movement you want to do. If you go out, you are thinking of relocating out of a state, this is not only happening when we're talking about price reductions here and there. It's happening in Arizona, it's happening in Nevada, it's happening in other states. So maybe here, because of we have a lot of employment in this part of town, it's not gonna be hit as other parts. So we don't see that happening. While the inventory keeps going, this kind of flat, it may start decreasing towards the end of the year. That we were expecting, that the inventory start decreasing, but maybe not, because homes come on the market, and then they get sold, but the number stays there as the interest rates stay in the 7%. So if you are thinking of buying next year, if you have the money, why? That's my question. If you listen to the news and you go and get the charts about what the Fed intentions are, you know that interest rates are going to be higher next year. Unless something happens. The pandemic kind of put us on this way. Stephen Thomas today was blaming, and I agree with him 100%, the Fed should have increased the interest rates a long time back. Refinancing or buying a house with 2% interest rate, it was out of this world. So
if I could add to that point, is that I was reading the news articles the other day, and people who are looking for bargains and everything. The poor people in Florida got hit with the hurricane. Can you believe it that people are running and they're buying? There's a big demand for homes in Florida. Yes, they're buying those homes that were destroyed. Those poor people that did not have insurance, or they cannot rebuild. You got people looking for opportunities by taking those properties, fixing them, and bringing them back. That's how low on inventory it is. It's a little bit of a desperate. It's a little bit hard to believe that happened, but I've read more than one article with that happen. Luckily, here in California, we don't foresee that happening. We don't have any hurricanes coming and destroying our inventory, and then all of a sudden, you have a great deal. So that being said, Laura's basic topic was the opportunities for 600 or 630, 690, 630. I got an opportunity for you. So you gave us some of those price points. I have a house that's going to come in La Habra, and that's going to be in the mid 600s. And it's a one bedroom. It's a house. One story house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, in a single family home, mid 600s in La Habra. It's getting ready to come on the market. So it's a great starter home. It has an attached garage. It has a nice backyard. It's got the kitchen was upgraded. So it is an awesome opportunity that is coming up. The second one is another home that we're working on in Eastvale, to about 2,500 square feet, built around 2005, as I remember, 2002, 2005, something around there. And it's about 2,500, 4 bedrooms. And it's a beautiful 3-car garage, and it's going to be single story. So, and again, it's going to be in the mid to the high 700s, a little bit more, but hey, you're talking about double the space. She's talking about 630 for 1,100 square feet. I'm giving you 2,500. Okay. So then I also have another home that it's about 3,200 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, former model, 1 story. great views, gated community, and that one is at $1 million. I also have another home with a pool, 4 bedrooms, and it's got 2 bonus rooms, and it's got a den on top, and then it's got a bonus room in the bottom, and it's got a formal and a family. That one is close to 4,000 square feet, and that one's $1,099,000. So Laura was talking about 630 for 1,100. I give you 4,000 square feet for not even double, only $1,099,000. It's a great opportunity, gated community. So there are opportunities out there. So the thing about it is it all depends on what you're looking for. So give us a call if you're ready for the market. If you want to be ready, we could definitely work with you. The last thing I could say, what Laura was talking about, cash is king. So those who are ready to buy a house, and if you're basically looking for a bargain with 3% down, it's a little bit harder for you. We will help you find a home, but it will take us a little longer to do that, because it's just that those that have the 20% or have the cash will pull the rug underneath you and get the home. And that's what happened back in the Great Recession, where there were great opportunities, multiple offers. The ones that got it, cash, high down payment, low loan, those are really the ones that really took the big deals. Of course, there are always an opportunity for a first-time buyer. It just takes a little bit longer to find it or harder to get it accepted.
Yeah. Yeah, and as a first-time buyer, they have to be open-minded in today's market. And I am more optimistic at this point than Martin, because today we'll see VA offers accepted. We see FHA offers accepted again, conventional with 3%, with 5% getting accepted. So it is moving along for first-time buyers if they can afford a house. And also VA is an option. So there are options out there. Martin forgot to mention our team listing in Oak Creek. This also has had a price reduction. Unfortunately, in the middle of escrow, buyers couldn't perform, but since then, the seller has adjusted the price. It's a 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It's a tri-level in the gated community of Oak Creek, close to 1,400 square feet. The current price is $850,000 with a new air conditioning unit, and the last comp was $950,000. Yes, the last comp was from this year, about April, May, and we're $100,000 below market. Sellers wanted the house sold. Of course, a tri-level is not for everyone, but if you are looking for an investment property to rent and you want to stay and stick in Irvine, A50 is an option in Oak Creek. Then we have the options out of our bubble in Orange County, where the price per square foot is half of what is in Orange County. And of course, opportunities are there. So to wrap it up, every Thursday at 5 p.m., we are here to discuss the state of the housing market. Any questions, feel free to direct message, text, call. We really appreciate everybody who is joining and who watches the reruns later.
See you, everyone. See you here next week.